I want to say thanks for watching the open house presentation that I've put together for you today. My name is Sarah Rathe, and I'm going to give you some information about honors geometry that your child is taking with me this year. Here we have an outline of what we're going to look at today. We have attendance and a warm-up. Some information about the course would be our lesson. Your homework is to email me if you have any questions or information that you want me to have. And the bottom two in pink, those are actually for the students. They have a quiz this week on Thursday or Friday, depending on when we meet. And because they have a quiz, their homework on lessons 2.1 through 2.4, all of those homework assignments are due at midnight the night before their quiz, which is something we'll talk about in a couple of minutes. Your warm-up today is to look at triangle ABC in the diagram and decide how many triangles are in that diagram. And for some kids, this picture is a fun puzzle, and they love counting it to see how many triangles they can find. Other kids look at this and think there are 5 triangles. I don't see any more than that. And they might grow frustrated. And this diagram kind of speaks to me about geometry because diagrams are so important. And I do find geometry to be a bit like a puzzle. And I hope I can inspire them this year to enjoy those puzzles and I hope they look forward to doing proof and just really diving into the tougher material we'll see later in the year. Course info. Info for this course. First, I want you to know that students can correct and resubmit their homework as many times as they would like before the quiz on the topics covered. They submit their homework using Google Forms. It instantly tells them which questions they have correct and incorrect, and they are encouraged to try again and again until they've reached mastery on that assignment. I am happy to answer questions. They can schedule a Google Meet with me. They can ask classmates for help. We often will have time in class to go over problems, and I really want them submitting over and over again until they're satisfied with their score and they are confident in the material covered on the assignment. All of their assignments are located on Google Classroom. Here are some screenshots of what Google Classroom looks like for them. Active material are the things that we might be working on during that week, and then it gets filed away by category. And in the stream on Google Classroom, that's where I might post videos of homework solutions. I might post hints for homework. So the stream is a really valuable resource for them, just like the classwork tab, but everything they need and more is on Google Classroom. Their due dates are posted for them, their calendars, everything they need and more is on Google Classroom. Please encourage them to show you Google Classroom for this class. All of their assessments, quizzes, and tests are open notes, and the dates are announced at the start of the chapter, so nothing is ever a surprise in here. Here's a sample of the calendar. This is the first page of the calendar for chapter 2. It was posted on day 1 of the chapter. If we take a look at this week, it shows they have a quiz on Thursday or Friday, and there's also a little post-it reminding them that that's when the homeworks are due. So they have this from day 1, and we talk in class and remind them regularly when they have quizzes coming up. Next, the students have several options for showing their notes, for showing work on notes and homework. Some students are using printed note packets. Some students are taking note on paper. Some students are using Kami to annotate digital notes. And then I have another group of students that are just participating and being active in class, and they aren't actually writing the notes. They're taking advantage of the solutions that I post online. And all of these things are options, and I'm trusting them to figure out what option works best for them. Homework, similar. There is a digital packet where they can show all of their work. They can do all of their work on scrap paper, but they should be showing their work somewhere. And then they put their answer into the Google form. So what work looks like is going to be different from student to student. All of the assignments that they do for me are scored according to a 5-point rubric, homework and tests. And we're going to take a look at that rubric. If they get a 5 out of 5, that means they've reached mastery. That means that the assignment is perfect. There are no errors. That does equate to a 100% when I put it in the portal. A 4 isn't a 4 out of 5 like an 80, but a 4 is really a 95%. And that means they're approaching mastery. They might have small mistakes. If someone is a 3 out of 5, proficient. So that means they might have a concept error or a couple of small mistakes. And then if you read on, it shows you what the other scores might indicate. There is a rubric for the students that has a full descriptor of each point. I actually love this rubric because I found that in the past when I was scoring traditionally, I might have a 25-point quiz. And if a student missed 2 multiple choice questions and then made a small algebraic mistake, they got a 20 out of 25. And when they converted that to a percent, they weren't maybe very happy with that score. And it doesn't look like they really understood the geometry. But now I can look at their errors and say, okay, well, that was a small error, that was a small error, but I'm grading the geometry concepts and I can look at it more like a big picture. So the scores that they get more accurately will tell them and you and me what they know about that topic. So each homework is worth 5, and then in the assessment category, I break their quizzes and tests up into multiple parts. So the first quiz and first test that we took each had 3 sections, and I break it out based on like a big idea. And so on the test, if they get 5 on the section on triangles, that means they're really, really solid on their knowledge of all the properties of triangles. But maybe they got a 3 out of 5 on this section that had to do with segment and angle relationships. So that tells us that's the area where they might need a little bit of work, or that's the area where they didn't demonstrate mastery. And things are labeled in the portal, but I actually like this grading system for them. I think it gives them a more real measure of understanding and will lead to better data for them and for me. Alrighty. Your homework is to email me if you have any questions or info that you want me to have about your student. Please do that all year. Don't wait to do that. You can also give me a phone call. I'm happy to communicate with you. I think it is important that we are all on the same page and working together to see your student be successful. And I'm really looking forward to having a great year with them. And please, please, I can't say it enough, reach out if you have anything that you want me to know or any questions, comments, or concerns. And I just want to say thanks. Thanks for watching this presentation. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being there for your kids. And I really hope that we all have a great year.